Good morning and welcome to another Fast Tracks webinar. This weekly event that is done every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, and the events are all recorded and available to view on our website at any time. You can go to goftx.com, FTX Lifeline, scroll down to the webinars, and you can just pick which one you want to watch and click View Recording. You can also download them if you want to view them later. My name is Brianna, and this week's webinar is going to be covering retail scan data reports. In case you don't know what that is, retail scan data reports are funded by Reynolds and Philip Morris, so they're tobacco related. What it is that you submit your data or your sales data for a week at a time, and then Philip Morris and RJR in turn pay you for that data. You will need to contact your Philip Morris rep for Altria, and then you'll also need to contact your RJR for RJ Reynolds scan data. The Altria scan data report is sent to a company that's called IRI, and they're the ones that view the file and go through everything. And then RJ Reynolds goes through MSA. A couple of things is that in order to successfully send data, there are going to be requirements that need to be in place first on items, and we'll go over some of those today. So in Director, we have details on manufacturers. So in the tree view, you can set up your items so that it gives you the most information. One of those things is going to be unit of measure. So I'm going to open up Mass Updates now and go to an item. So we're going to go to full price cigarettes, and we'll just open up these Camels. So it's good to have your tree information filled out. We've got full price cigarettes here. We've got that it's a pack. We've got the manufacturer's RJ Reynolds. We've got this Camel. Another thing that you'll have to have is product code. So this is a pack. This is something that goes into the RJ Reynolds and Philip Morris scan data reporting as a unit of measure. So pack, carton, roll if it's tobacco. And I have a cheat sheet available if you need help on getting the information as what they want to see it as. Another thing that needs to be set, you've got some items that are called value-added promotions. Let's search for something that has a $sign. So these Newport items, they have a built-in promo or value-added promotion. So this isn't necessarily something that you would need to take in addition off at the register. It comes in already discounted. So the way that you report that is on additional information. You would need to tell it that it's on promotion, and the promotion is 50 cents because that's what it's reporting in the description, and you save it. That doesn't cause any additional discounts at the register. This just puts it into the report the way that it's supposed to be. That way you can see that you are reporting that you are getting a discount on that item. Another thing, we've got system discounts. So there are several different kinds of discounts that go into scan data reporting. Loyalty is one that we've got for Marlboro set up right now. So you can work with your rep to find out what they're wanting you to report. Some of these are going to be your rep may give you a percentage or may let you do a discount and they will fund it. Some of them are going to be funded by you, especially in the beginning when you're starting to do the loyalty. Marlboro and RJR will want you to show that you're going to participate in the program by funding the discounts for a period of time in the beginning. So some things that you need to know when you're setting up a system discount, you'll have to have the discount name. Sometimes that's specific to how they want it reported. Other times it can just be whatever you want it to say. We have a filter type, so you can do a lot of different items at once, or you can select the items that you want individually put in there. You'll need your date range, if you want receipt text there. These are the parts that really matter when it comes to doing the discount. So on this one, it's a 2-pack special for loyalty. So we have 2 packs in there. You have to buy 2 and you get 50 cents off of each item. This one is a loyalty one, so it's checked to require loyalty, and this one is also funded by Altria, so it's checked as an Altria discount. On this one, Philip Morris has said that they only want you to give the discount once per transaction. So we have a limit of 2, that way you can get 2 50 cents off in one transaction. You can view your items in the discount here. You can see we've got all of the packs. You can, and then down here, I'll show you how to add in mass updates. The next one that we have is another Marlboro multi-pack, but this one is not a loyalty one and it is not funded by Altria. So in this case, it's a very similar setup. This time we only did 5 cents off since this is store funded. It's not loyalty, it's not an Altria discount, and there are a lot of more in-depth information. We have another training video on our website that goes into more detail about setting up a system discount in case you have any further questions when it comes to that. This one is an enhanced funds. This is a new discount that Altria has, and it works similarly to the Altria funded one up here, but we had to change it so that this one is not a loyalty one. So this one is for any customer that comes in that wants to buy Altria items, or the Marlboro specifically. So in this case, you can get 25 cents off of each pack. They didn't put a limit on there, and it's for every 2 packs. So if a customer comes in and is a loyalty customer as well, they can get this discount as well as this one up here that we've set. So moving on to RJR. RJR has, in the last year or so, started doing something called FGI. So in this case, we have the discount set up the way that they have specified, and this is, for them, it's going to be a 2-pack special. So your rep will provide you with the exact wording that they need to see, but this is one of the examples that I've seen recently. So we've got RJR, multi-pack, FGI, 2-pack. So I'm going to set it so that it's RJR, FGI, 2-pack. So we're going to do a quantity 2 or more. This is not loyalty. It is not Altria. And let's say they're only going to let you get the discount on 4. So then we're going to save that. And on this one, this is going to be for Camels and Newports. And I come up here and look, and I only have Camels. So I want to quickly add all of my Newports. So I'm going to come up here and we'll just go to the tree, pack, RJR, and Newport. So I've got all my Newports here, and I'm just going to go to additional utilities. Oops, no, utilities. And we're going to add this one to the RJR one. Yes, they're there. Reload. Go back to my system discount. And now I can see all my Newports are in there as well. Now, when you are creating and sending down your discounts to your stores, you want to make sure that you've got all of your stores selected. So in that case, I only had store 1 selected, so I'm going to save store 2, and I'll just resave it. That one was only assigned to store 1. All right, so we're going to go to the queue, and we'll send that down. So another big one for scan data is buy downs. So we've got a few already set up here. We've got camel carton buy down, and we have a new section that's in here that was added in because of RJR. A lot of times you will have a discount that they wanted to have the same name, so they wanted it to show in the retail report that all of the Camel FGI buy downs were RJR Camel FGI, regardless if it was a carton or a pack. So we added this in here so that you can keep track of it in this view, seeing the different discounts, but it'll still report as the same name that they were wanting you to have. So in this one, we only have cartons. So we can set up a buy down that's for packs as well. So we can do a new buy down, and we're going to call this one Camel Pack. They need that to say RJR FGI Camel. And then we will just say that they're going to get 40 cents off, and it's RJ Reynolds. So we'll save that. And we can come up here and just add our camel packs back in. So full price, packs, camel, and we'll just add them all in. Camel pack. All right. So going back to buy downs, there's also another checkbox that we need to make sure is checked. So show in retail report. So up here on my packs, I didn't check that. So this would possibly cause issues when doing your scan data. So you need to make sure that that's checked. There it is. We have more in-depth information on setting up buy downs if you would like to go and view that video or documentation. Again, it is on our website at goftx.com. All right, another thing that you will need to make sure that you have when your scan data is being submitted is you need to have your store information filled out. So we'll go to the maintenance tab. And then we're going to go to stores. And here we have our store information filled out. But you'll notice that store 2 doesn't have any information filled. So when you go to submit your scan data for store 2, you'll get a kickback or an error because it doesn't know where you're located, and a lot of that information is missing. So we'll just put in here 1234 Main Street, and we'll say Athens, Alabama 35614. You don't necessarily have to have the phone number filled in. That doesn't report. I will say that it helps us in support if we need to call one of your stores to see the phone number there, but you don't have to have it for these purposes. So that's one of the things that normally gets kicked back, and that's an easy fix. All right, so we're going to go over the actual report itself. If we go over to reports, and we're going to go to sales reports, and then retail scan data incentive report. And this has a drop down for RJ Reynolds and for Philip Morris. So we'll start with RJ Reynolds. So something about RJ Reynolds, their submission time frame is Monday through Sunday, and you have to have your file submitted by Wednesday each week. So we'll go up here, and it's going to be, we'll say the 5th through the 11th. And that's the correct time frame. You will always need to make sure that you have use 34 column layout checked. Your outlet name is the name that they consider you to have. So I'm just going to say Fast Track Solutions. We're going to do automatically FTP. So the FTP site is almost always going to look just like this. So the sftp.msa.com, and it's always going to be port 22. The username and password, you will need to get those from your rep. RJ Reynolds, as far as I am aware, requires that you send all data. So I normally just do all data right here. And then you will click print. It obviously wouldn't go through because I don't have the username set, but normally it would take a little while because you will see here that it starts ticking up the numbers of items because it will go through every single item that you have and look for sales. And then it will send through the FTP and it'll say successfully sent and it'll show you the file path. On the Altria one or Philip Morris one, their submission time frame is Sunday through Saturday. And again, it needs to be submitted by Wednesday of that week, the following week. So on this one, we'll go back and change this, and it's going to be the 4th, and we'll go to the 10th, correct time frame. Okay, so the Philip Morris has a little bit more settings available for you. So we're going to generate PM data. If you sell UST, then you'll have to check that as well. If you are doing their loyalty, then you need to check that. AOM data is generate all other manufacturer data. You'll need to talk to your rep to find out if that is something that they are requiring from you. And basically, if it's not checked, it's just going to send anything that is within the UPC coding for Philip Morris and UST. So in this case, we'll remove all of these. And let's say that they just want all of your tobacco related products. So we'll go and we'll add all of those in. And that should be it. Oh, and we'll say they also want to see your e-cigs. So again, you'll need to get your FTP site username and password from your rep. These codes are usually the same for an entire year. So around February or so, we'll get a new set of numbers from from Altria. And this is just an easy fix. You just go in and copy and paste the new codes in there. The management account number that is assigned to you from them, as is the chain name. Most of the time, the chain name is exactly what you have your store named. Sometimes if there's already a store in their system that has the same name, then they'll give you like a tag at the end of it. Same thing with the upload folder. All of this information will come from your rep. You will need to check use security key because that's what tells the system when it's sending the FTP to go look at specifically your login. And then automatically FTP the file. This is checked whenever you want it to auto send. If you're going to be doing manual submissions, usually that's how they do it in the beginning. That's why we have this checkbox available. That way it just writes the file and then you submit it to your rep manually. Otherwise it will automatically send to the information that you have here. So again, you would just click print when you have all the information in there. It would generate the numbers ticking up. Usually this takes a little while, and then it will submit, and then it will tell you successful or not. Okay, so a couple of things that are normal rejections, or they call them warning flags that come up, are, like I said before, the outlet name and address, which I showed you on the store tab, filling that in. Another common one that we get is multiple prices on the same day. So basically how this happens or occurs is that you have done a price change during the day and send it down. So earlier in the day or earlier in the time period of the submission time frame, the prices were, let's say the packs were $5.39, and then you did a price change and now they're $5.44. So it's going to flag something because they think that either there is a discount on the lower priced items that didn't get reported, or there's some other issue occurring. Most of the time, all you need to do is respond to your rep and let them know, yes, I did a price change on this date. The prices that you're seeing in there are correct, even though they do not match. The next week, it will be okay. One of the ways that you can avoid getting that error is to either send prices down. You can schedule price changes to go down so that it happens after you have closed on the date. So like for example, since RJR, their reporting time frame is Monday through Sunday, you could schedule price changes to go down after closing on Sunday or before opening on Monday, and then you wouldn't have that trigger that came down. Otherwise, it's not a big issue. We haven't had anyone actually get rejected for that, so it's just if you wanted to avoid the hassle. Otherwise, it's just an easy explanation. Another common mistake or error that comes up is the unit of measure is missing. That was the code that I showed you. So we'll just do, so on these Winston packs, the product code here, that's what they call the unit of measure. So that just needs to be filled in. Again, I have a cheat sheet available if you would like one to show you what they deem as acceptable. Philip Morris isn't quite as particular on what they need to see there. Sometimes they're okay with you just having something as each. RJ Reynolds is a no. You have to have exactly what they want, whether it be pack, carton, roll, can, etc. The other common issue that we see is the value-added promotions. That was the one that we had to add in the 50 cents on the promo. I will show you quickly how you can update those in mass. So normally what I like to do is I will search for anything that has a dollar sign in it. And let's just look at anything that's got $1. So let's just filter to these. So we're going to select the ones we need to change, filter, and all of these are value-added promotion that have a $1 discount in it. So you're going to go to Field Updates. We're going to set promo to yes. All right, and then we'll just select those again. Filter. And then we need to change the promo amount to $1. So now, if we go and look at this Marlboro item, and we go to additional information, you will see that it's now on promo and has a discount of $1. So that's just a really quick way to go through and correct all of your value-added promotions. That way you don't get this kickback. And the last one that is a very common issue is the FGI discount, with it not being worded exactly the way they want to see it, whether that be the buy downs. So on the buy down, the name in the retail report needs to show, you know, RJR, FGI, Camel, or whatever variation your rep has given you. And then the same thing for the system discounts for the FGI 2-packs. One thing I will say is make sure that your rep has it very clear on what they want on the discounts. So if it's a 2-pack special, make sure that they are allowing or specifically saying do not allow the discounts to happen on cartons. We can assist you in setting up the discount so that it gets the appropriate dollar amount for cartons, but you just need to check with your rep to make sure that they are okay with you getting the discount on cartons. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. If you've got any further questions, feel free to email support, or you can call in at 256-319-3470. I hope you enjoyed today's webinar. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.